Deep in a valley where the soil was as black as coal and the wheat grew taller than a man's waist, lived a farmer named Silas. While his neighbors took pride in the rhythmic cycle of the seasons, Silas found no joy in the slow pace of nature. He was a man with a narrow heart and a wide eye, always looking at his neighbor's silo and wondering why it seemed fuller than his own. His greed wasn't just a desire for comfort, it was a restless, growing hunger that made his bountiful harvests feel like breadcrumbs. One morning, the trajectory of his life changed when he discovered a goose in his barn that had laid a heavy, glittering egg of solid gold. At first, Silas was paralyzed with a rare kind of joy. He sold the egg and bought better seeds, finer clothes, and more land. But as the days turned into weeks, and the goose faithfully provided one golden egg every single morning, the joy curdled into a bitter impatience. He would sit in his manor, staring at the clock, irritated that the bird was withholding the rest of the gold. He began to imagine that the goose was mocking him with its slow daily delivery, hiding a massive glowing sun of gold deep within its belly. The greed eventually blinded his common sense. He convinced himself that he was being a fool for waiting, and that a man of his ambition deserved the entire treasure at once. One evening, driven by a feverish need for more, Silas took a blade to the barn. He didn't see the goose as a living creature or a miraculous gift. He saw it as a locked safe that he was finally going to crack open. With one swift, selfish stroke, he killed the bird and tore it open, his fingers trembling with the expectation of a life-changing fortune. The silence that followed was deafening. Inside, the bird was nothing but blood and bone, identical to any common goose in the village. There was no internal treasury, no mountain of gold, and no secret hoard. In his frantic rush to grab everything, Silas had extinguished the only source of his wealth. He stood in the hay, covered in the dust of his own making, realizing that his greed had not only robbed him of his future, but had turned his heart into a wasteland far more barren than the dirt he used to plow. He had traded a lifetime of security for a single moment of nothingness. Deep in a valley